The opinions in this podcast are solely those of the creators and do not reflect the opinions of the filmmakers involved. If you are of legal drinking age, feel free to have a drink with us, but please do drink responsibly. You're listening to Cole-astic Cinema.
Oh, hi, Mark.
I'd like to take his face off.
With your host, Fabian Salazar. Everybody's going to die in quicksand, and at least one person you know is going to get possessed. And Cole Butterfield.
At least some of it is usable.
Where we talk about movies, most of the time.
Sometimes blue balls is better.
So come along for a ride and have fun.
But yeah, I'm liking the this. I had what is it? Finish Spider-Verse, finish Poultrygeist, and a whole bunch of other shit. And like I still have Hang Art and Start Twitch, but I had
But you got to get on that, man. Art has been doing things. Fuck that art guy, dude. That art guy's a dick.
Yeah. He's not very hung, but he can be hanged. What's your opinion on that? He's like hung versus hanged. You don't say hung, right? He got hung. That means he's got a big ass dick.
He was hanged.
Yeah, he was hanged. He wasn't hung.
He was hanged and hung.
He might have been hung.
I mean,
you never know.
All I know is two things were swinging.
Yeah, him and his dick.
Two dicks.
Welcome to Cole-astic Cinema. This is episode something. And
so 2145.
God damn, is that really where we're at?
Dude, we've been doing this for way too long.
I think so.
Getting too old for this shit.
Yeah, getting a little bit too old. Getting the Danny Glover vibes. And today we are watching The Exorcist. Super excited for this one. This one is in my top 5 favorite movies of all time. And I don't think it's going to move. I think it's going to stay in there till I die.
I'm excited to see this. I'm excited to see it because I'm from the weird sect of Mormonism where they get freaked out by Catholicism.
Oh, yeah.
I'm from that weird sect in Mormonism where like I've got a cross for a tattoo on my right shoulder because I'm incredibly original.
Right. I've seen that one.
And get really upset a lot of my Mormon friends at the time because they get it feels like you're like the sect of Catholicism or like sect of Mormonism is pretty much like you only watch Return of the Jedi. You're not allowed to talk about Old and New Testament, just part 3.
Yeah. So I thought you were going in a different direction with that. Where it was like you only watch Return of the Jedi. That's the only movie you're allowed to watch.
That's the only one you're allowed to watch, and you're supposed to piece it all together to where like you already know that they're brother and sister. And
so The Exorcist, written by William Peter Blatty, directed by William Friedkin, and when did it come out?
1973.
73. Wow.
73.
Wow. Speaking of Star Wars, precedes Star Wars by
5 years?
4 years.
4 years? Yeah, 4 years. Oh, so yeah, the sequel came out the same time as Star Wars.
Quick maths.
Quick maths.
That's right. Because James Earl Jones is in the second one, and he's all dressed up. He looks like a giant grasshopper. I gotta put that pop filter on my mic because I can't. Yeah, it's bad. But yeah, he's all dressed up like a giant grasshopper, and then he goes off set. He's like, "All right, sweet. Well, this is ridiculous. I'm gonna go voice Darth Vader real quick."
Yeah, I'm just gonna go do my what's gonna be my bread and butter for the next 50 fucking goddamn years. That is a lot better. Yeah, William Friedkin, a man who's done movies. I'm looking at his filmography. I haven't seen his discography.
Yeah.
His discography and his filmography.
That's the warm side. I want the little bit thinner side. Yeah. I like recording on this side. Those of you keeping track at home, Fabian is flipping the microphone again, and that's shot number 1 for this episode.
Ooh, microphone shots. I've never seen any of this man's movies, is what I've learned. Although I've heard of a lot of them.
Yeah, I need to look up his filmography real quick because I'm sure I have.
Yeah, some of the top ones that he's known for is like To Live and Die in L.A., which I've got no idea what it's about.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's got Willem Dafoe in it, our good old buddy Billy Dafoe.
Nice.
And then also The French Connection.
Oh, I've seen The French Connection.
I have not, which sucks because I love Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
Gene Hackman
he crushes that one. That one's really fun with the car chase scene because they didn't tell the traffic that that it was going on. So all the traffic in the movie is real.
It was like, oh god.
So they're watching this guy is like clipping stunt drivers' cars and just like driving like a madman. So all the people on the side are like, "What the fuck?"
Oh shit. Okay, we might need to do that one. Mostly because I love Gene Hackman.
That'd be a fun movie. I'd be down to do that.
I'm gonna do The French Connection. I want to know what the connection is that is French. Don't spoil it for me.
Marion Cotillard.
Oh.
Marion Cotillard.
Marion Cotillard.
Yeah, she's the connection.
Oh, she's the French connection. Oh, she is.
Yeah.
I was taking notes. Like William Friedkin, looking up the things he is, trademarks, his use of handheld camera during action sequences.
Yeah.
Why? Why would one do that?
Handheld camera for action sequences makes it a little bit more. Like the shaky cam, it gives it a little bit more of that anxiety, like
as in like
makes it a little bit more real.
The action itself is affecting the way you're able to view it because
yeah. So like I'm a big fan of that. Like as long as it's not cut to death. Like if the choreography, if it's a fight scene, if the choreography is good, yes, handheld, but you have to still be able to see what's going on.
Yes,
and that I know, film nerd, but that is one of my gripes with Marvel fight scenes. Is they're cut to death.
They're cut all to hell, man. Like I'm not even a film nerd, but it's like well, especially now that we're living in a post John Wick world where we know awesome, well, like just shot fucking like action scenes and choreography and fight scenes. It's like we have the technology.
Use the techniques of your trade.
Techniques of your trade. You have the technology. Use the techniques of your trade.
But one movie I saw not too long ago that I forgot. I used to watch it like it was one of those movies that you just put on repeat when you're a kid. Mm-hmm. I guess I was a little bit older, like tween, preteen. But Fearless, Jet Li's Fearless, dude.
That's early Jet Li.
Good.
That's like, there's a reason why the man was so popular. Like back in those early fucking films. That is early Jet Li right there.
So good. Him and Donnie Yen. Donnie Yen fucks.
Oh, Donnie Yen fucking slaps, dude. Homie's, goddamn.
Yeah.
Wish he could be in slightly better movies.
Yeah. Well, hey, the Ip Man quadrilogy, I guess.
Oh, did they stop there?
I think so. Well, with the Donnie Yen.
Oh, the Donnie Yen.
Yeah. But like the first one, I was like, all right, let's see what this is about. Put it on. I was like, oh, this is fucking cool. This is so good. Watch that one. The second one. I actually haven't seen the third one. But the fourth one was really good too.
I dipped off after the second. You are right. The first one was so cool. It's so awesome.
I love that setting. The World War II style is like Japanese versus Chinese martial arts. Like it was really, really cool. And like him, when he does the him versus like 30 other dudes, I was like, fucking Christ, man. I love me some good martial arts choreography movies,
and especially when it's shot well and not edited.
The big long takes.
Yeah, long takes. We're like, drag it out. Show me them working on the choreography. Make them work on the choreography.
Yeah, like love me some choreography. All right, so getting back into it.
The other trademark that I noted is that he is infamous. We're talking about Billy Friedkin's. Or Billy Friedkin. Infamous for his volatile, provocative behavior on set.
Yes.
We got another fucking director.
Another crazy ass director.
Just known for being a fucking asshole.
Dude, I love. Did you read the so like all the jump scares, like the actual actors, like when they turn, like there's like a scream from Linda Blair upstairs, and like her mom and might be one of the friends of the priest. I don't remember, but they jump, like it's a big jump scare, and I love that all the jump scares was just William Friedkin off camera just shooting a gun.
Yeah, so where he's like I'm an actor. You don't have to shoot a gun for me to pretend to be scared.
It was like that jump scare, but it worked.
What worked? Well, that's
Fucking terrifying. Like if I had if there was a gunshot outside this door, I'd fucking turn my head like, what
absolutely.
the fuck?
I did the same thing at work the other day. We had a kombucha can, some canned kombucha that was left at room temperature, and it finally just reached that one point to where it just fucking exploded and scared the shit out of everybody. Yeah, dude was nicknamed Hurricane Billy.
Dude, that's one of the most badass nicknames I've heard in a long time. Hurricane Billy.
That's how volatile and provocative this man is. He's Hurricane Billy.
Love that.
Kind of, I don't know. Maybe I just haven't seen enough, but that kind of blows my mind because it seems like The Exorcist is like the pinnacle of his career. Pinnacle of his career.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd also give a shout out to French Connection too.
I mean, yeah, the French Connection, but I think that was before. I think that was
I think so.
I think it was before.
1971.
So yeah, okay, so
2 years
before. So 2 years before, but it does seem like he kind of peaked there.
I haven't even begun to peak.
Peaked.
Another fun side note with The Exorcist. We'll see the scene. It's not hard to miss, but when Linda Blair's being flipped up and down on the bed and thrown around, they had the whatever device machine that was flipping her up and down actually broke her back, and so her screams when she's screaming in that scene is real because she fucking broke her back, and they kept going. So she was flipping up and down, just screaming her mind off. I was like, God damn.
That's actually something else I read. Ellen Burstyn, who's also in this from Requiem and The Wicker Man.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, she is in Wicker Man.
She's in Wicker Man.
I forgot she's in Wicker Man.
Shout out to our boy Cage.
Let's go, Cage.
But yeah, she suffered a permanent spinal injury during the filming of The Exorcist because when Linda Blair pretty much throws her back, it's her being pulled back, and she lands on her coccyx and screams in pain.
Yep, that's real too.
And it's all. So this guy isn't actually a good director. He just tortures people.
Or I was gonna say it's like another director that just tortures their
people,
actors.
and then just like, see, look at this real authentic thing. It's like, yeah, no, they're not acting. They're legitimately in fucking
It is
pain.
real.
Like, you're not challenging them. You're just hurting them.
This isn't challenging. What's my character's motivation? You're gonna get fucked up.
Oh, like you're gonna be really hurt. So like, what is my pain? What is my pathos?
Oh, it's gonna be real.
It's like, oh yeah, don't worry about pathos whatsoever. Like, this is gonna happen.
Don't worry about the pain. You'll feel it.
You'll feel the pain. Don't worry about it. You'll just feel it.
About 2 hours, 2 minutes. 2 Oscar wins. So best writing, screenplay, and best sound.
Yeah. No. Oh man.
Let's see. Okay. So this movie was made for an estimated $11 million. Opening weekend, it made back $8 million. Gross was $233 million. Worldwide gross $441 million.
And that's in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Well, also that's just the power of this movie. That's mostly just because, honestly, of the Catholic elements behind it, pretty much spurring everyone to go and see it.
Right.
The amount of things I was reading regarding this movie, oh man, it really kind of touched on my like my religious backgrounds and all that. I found myself getting really upset about purported atheists being turned back to religion after watching this movie.
Yeah.
Only makes me angry because it's like, okay, you watch this movie and you're like, okay, maybe God does exist. So how often do you have to keep on watching the movie to reaffirm that? Like, anytime you have just like a little bit of shaken faith.
Religiously.
Yeah, religiously. Oh, no, it makes sense now. My anger was unwarranted.
No. There it is. You get at least once a year.
At least once a year.
Yeah. Keep watching it to reaffirm your strength.
It's like, oh, right, yeah, that's right. All right. That's right. This thing that even like the church is like, yeah, we don't want everyone thinking that demonic possessions are just a common thing. You're not going to keep on watching this to reaffirm my religion.
With how many possession movies I've seen, it's like it kind of feels like it's more. It would be more common. It's like that fear when you're a kid, the fear of quicksand. Like,
yeah,
you're
like,
going to run into it.
It's going to be everywhere.
It's everywhere. Everybody's going to die in quicksand, and at least one person you know is going to get possessed.
It's like, look to your left. No, look to your right. One of these people are going to die in quicksand.
The other one's going to be possessed by a demon.
The other one's going to be possessed by a demon, and you
Like just thinking about like a third grade teacher talking to the kids like, you see that? They're fucking possessed.
Fucking possessed.
It's a demon.
Or a third grade teacer walking on the very first day, like, look to your left, look to your right.
Super intense. Fucking comes in with a scruff beard and like smoking a cigarette. These damn kids. You look to your left. You look to your right. Not you. You're not.
you.
No.
No, not you. No. You're fine.
You're fine. He's fucked.
This kid's got possession written all over his fucking face.
Now look at him wearing your goddamn corn t-shirt in third grade.
Corn t-shirt in third grade. What are you, some sort of freak on a leash? I don't see no collar. So anyway,
now we're just doing Dennis Leary bits. Quick shout out to Max von fucking Sydow.
oh yeah, quick shout out. The
Legend.
man is also, like, before this movie played Jesus, and then after this movie played the devil.
Yeah, he's god tier actor.
God tier actor who also played Emperor Ming.
Who else? Yeah, there you go. What's your resume look like? Well, you know, I played Jesus. I was a priest.
Priest for a while.
I was the devil.
dabbled
Ming. But
Gentleman, yellow face. What?
what was that? Nothing.
I played the devil.
He's I love him. He's also in Shutter Island.
Yeah, I saw that. He's
Number
also in
one.
Shutter Island. He also did some voices in Skyrim. So it's like,
Yes. Longtime listeners know Shutter Island is my number one in my movie list, and every time I reference it, that's a shot. That's shot number 3.
That's shot number 3. Okay, then we get to Linda Blair.
Ah, yes.
Regan herself. Oh, man, what a horrible role.
Yeah. No, she rejected like any publicity for this movie for the longest time.
I mean, okay, first of all, let me go with what she's known for, because it's another person to where, like, I have no idea what the fuck they've done, except for that she was in an episode of Supernatural. And that's Cole's Supernatural shout out to, like, the one of 5 TV shows I've ever actually fucking watched. Quick shout out for that. But yeah, received death threats for this from.
Yeah.
Well, what blew my mind is that for the first 6 months during promotion, she got 24/7, like, paid for by the studio, security for 24/7
Yeah.
for the first 6 months, and then promotion ends, and she's still getting fucking death threats, and then does the sequel.
And people thought there was like, oh, it's just a movie. No, people thought she was actually fucking Reagan.
Oh yeah. Like, she's, like, quoted as saying, like, even grown men would be afraid to approach her, and she's like 4'11".
Yeah.
She's like, grown men to be afraid to approach because they legit thought that I was like, it's just, man, it's weird. This is kind of why we needed the internet. It's really just kind of like, no.
I'm not giving a shout out to the internet.
Oh, not a shout out to the internet. I'm just saying, devil's advocate for the internet. You're aware that it's just a movie now, and there's like, oh, actually, no, because even then, like, if we had the internet in 1970, can you imagine the internet in the 70s?
No, you think about oh, Jesus.
So with this movie, I'm going to see, this is the first time, going to see this scary-ass movie, supposedly scary-ass movie. I'm expecting to find God by the end of it.
It might be, it might feel a little bit dated, having been 1971, but
73.
Three. I was thinking of,
The only reason I know that is because I was obsessed with Linda Blair's age at the time of filming. Just because I'm like, I need, because I also read that when she was filming the sequel to that, she was dating Bruce Springsteen or Rick Springfield or something, dating somebody. I don't fucking know, and I don't really care. Okay, so one more bit. Mostly just did a quick Google search, and I like doing those searches and see what people also look for, especially with this one, because, like, the first one is it safe to watch The Exorcist?
Is it safe? Is it safe?
Is it safe?
Is it?
Is it safe to watch The Exorcist?
Let's bring up. That's a good point, though. Let's talk about that. Is it safe to watch this?
Is it safe? Well, I mean, for us, no. Longtime listeners know that every time we view a movie, you do have a gun at my head.
Well, come on, you're breaking kayfabe.
Is it? I don't know. It's 2 hours long. There's a chance that your ass might fall asleep.
Full hour before we start the movie. Lingering question: Why is The Exorcist so scary?
So we'll start with the preamble. So I'm going to guess why it's so scary.
Yeah.
Is that there wasn't a lot going on in the 70s.
That's true. there was literally nothing happening.
They don't have to deal with the problem we have now to where there's just content for everything.
Yeah, it was so, the 70s were so boring. Like what really happened?
What was happening in the 70s? Really? Was anything
Was
going on in
anything
that
really
decade?
happening in the 70s?
Was anything even happening in the 70s?
I mean, come on.
Nobody ever talks about the 70s.
No.
Yeah, no, why I think it's going to be scary is because this, kind of like when the church was kind of doing like a, because of the 60s, people were kind of losing faith in the church, I think, and then it kind of brought back a lot of those old feelings.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it's so scary is if you have any religious background, it can kind of, especially Catholic, not Mormon. No. You're not hearing about Mormon exorcisms or Mormon possessions.
They don't even believe in hell.
They don't even believe in hell. It's outer darkness. You don't even like, you have 3 tiers of heaven or you just like.
Oh my God, the 3 tiers of heaven drives me fucking crazy.
We're not a pyramid scheme, but we do have 3 tiers for you to reach in the afterlife. All you've got to do. So I think
everyone in heaven is equal, but some people are more equal.
Some are more equal than others. You know, it's like they're separate but equal.
God damn it. So I think it's also The Exorcist was the first of its kind. Like there was never a movie.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there might have been a little bit, but this was like really like the first style. This is the first movie like this that has been made. Like it's touched upon, like it's so redone. It was like it's an Exorcist ripoff is a huge term that's been. It was like, well, what's the movie about? Oh, it's an Exorcist ripoff. I was like, what, The Rite, or which I also love. But yeah, there's countless movies, but The Exorcist it's the starting point, and going back to it, like watching it is it would feel tired if you saw all those other movies being like, oh, okay, well I've seen this movie, and then going back and watching The Exorcist is like, I've seen this 1,000 times. But this was the first one to do that. Yeah,
the first one of its kind. So I think that's why it's so scary, is because of how like original and new it is, especially with what I was reading. A lot of religious movies at the time were like more like exploitation movies.
Yeah.
Whereas this one is just, which also kind of pisses me off because this involves, people not being able to separate movies from reality.
Well, it involves people.
It involves people. People. People, be better, people. Just be better.
Just be better.
Just be better. Whatever you're doing, just be better. No, I think it's scary because it's the first thing of its time, and I'm gonna guess like a lot of the religious iconography and all that's really that's what's gonna be scaring people, and then obviously some amazing performances.
Yeah, the
cast, to the point where people cannot separate the character from that. So like, I imagine that to be why it's so scary. Also, from what I'm read, since it won Best Sound, I imagine the score itself and everything behind it to really add and kind of heighten it for you.
It's really good. It's very ambient.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be disappointed if I don't end up throwing up like so many people did when they saw the movie.
Or passing out in the theater.
Passing out.
Yeah. That's so silly to think about. I'm like, I get it, though.
I mean, I guess
like going to a movie theater in 1912 and seeing train pulling into a station or
whatever. You've never seen it before. Like, also because you've never seen it before. It's not been done to death. Like,
right.
So imagine that's why it's so scary.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this first half. We are going to watch The Exorcist now. Feel free to stay if you want to. You don't have to. It's okay. I get it. If you want to leave, that's fine. I understand. You do you. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
I'm mad.
He's mad.
I'm mad as hell.
And I'm not going to take this shit anymore. All right.
I had all that I could stand, and I can't stand anymore.
All right. Thank you for listening. We'll be right back after the movie.
Cue the ads!
This podcast is brought to you by Hopkins Brewing Company in Salt Lake City, Utah. A low-key brick-lined brew pub serving house craft brews, tasting flights, and international pub grub for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch. The staff is incredibly friendly and makes you feel welcome as soon as you walk through the door. They offer live events such as music and bar trivia. If you're in the mood for great time, great beer, great food, and great friends, check out Hopkins Brewing Company. This week, I got to try out the Stonewall Sour Saison, the perfect summer beer that is light and refreshing. All right, so we are back after watching The Exorcist, and I don't remember it being that slow.
That is a slow burn.
Yeah. I really don't remember it being that. It's still great.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
Yeah, I really don't remember it being that slow.
No, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Very well done, well crafted, well shot. The sound alone, you can see why it won the Oscar. But
Yeah.
It took its time.
Yeah, it did.
It took its time.
Sweet ass time.
Which, I mean, I get to an extent to kind of make me care for the characters a little bit.
Yeah, well, I really love the relationship between the mom and Reagan.
Yeah,
they got that right down to a T.
Oh, yeah, solid. This. Yeah, I completely bought that relationship. The chemistry between those two was palpable and fantastic.
The irony is, it's palpable.
It's palpable.
The mom's an actress, and
yeah, mom's an actress, semi-famous. I'm guessing famous enough to where she can rent out a multi-floored house with help.
Right, and and people come up to her often enough to where when Karis comes up and asks her, she's like, "Leave me alone." He's like, "No."
It's like, no,
me.
yeah.
Like,
okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're trying to help, or do you want an autograph? Just fuck off.
I can't tell. It's so hard. It's so hard.
It's so hard being famous.
I don't know if you're a priest looking to exorcise my daughter or just a freak looking for an autograph.
Yeah, but what do you got on your first notes?
First things first. First thing that just stuck out to me.
Yeah,
is the amount of smoking.
There's so much smoking.
just how the fact that priests at that time were allowed to and offered cigarettes and alcohol.
Yeah, no, it was like Karis is constantly smoking and
constantly smoking.
What do you have?
Passes out
whiskey sour.
Yeah, whiskey sour. Passes out drunk. It's where another priest has to take off his shoes. I'm guessing, and
he might have fucked his butt too.
I'm telling you, man, nothing is anything wrong with being gay, but I feel like that guy was playing that priest gay.
He is a little special. Very, very, very close with
it's
Karis.
Yeah. A bit more than friends. Nothing there's anything wrong with that, but I was really just kind of curious about that relationship.
Yeah. And play it up, modern retelling.
Yeah, modern retelling, kind of play a little bit.
Gay priest, huh?
Gay priest in the 70s who's friends with the priest who's questioning his faith because his mother died.
Which is, it's interesting. They are, they're remaking The Exorcist.
Is that what the Believer is? The remake? The one that's coming out this year?
Is it coming out this year?
Yeah, 2023. The Exorcist Believer coming out with Linda Blair and
shit. I didn't know it was coming out this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think so.
I mean, there's a good chance it'll probably be pushed, but for as far as I know, last I checked as of several hours ago. As of
right now, just the second.
As of this recording a few hours ago when I looked it up. Yeah, it's mostly so many cigarettes.
So many cigarettes. So much drinking. Everybody's just constantly drunk.
Yeah, everyone's either, and when they're not, they're trying to do an exorcism.
Yeah. Power of Christ.
The power.
Power of Christ.
It's compelling, isn't it?
What time is it?
Compelling power.
I think I'm going to go lay down. Oh, sorry. Lie down.
Lie down. I'll lay down.
Oh yeah, I can't remember her name, but in my head, like the mom, I'm just calling her Sister Summers Isle the entire time.
It's just a prequel to Wicker Man.
Yeah, I was also looking it up because I was curious. I was like, all right, well, when did Requiem for a Dream come out? I was like, oh, okay, I think it was like
2000.
2000. Yeah, right at the turn. I was like, okay. When did Wicker Man come out? 2006. So I was like, she did Requiem for a Dream and then Wicker Man? Yeah, okay. That makes more sense than it being... If it was the other way around, I was going to lose my mind.
Oh, yeah, no, it makes a lot more sense. Clearly, Homegirl's got a thing for intense actors.
Yeah.
Well, she's also been acting for long god-ass time when I was looking up her filmography. She's been doing shit for
Yeah, she was born in
forever.
1932.
Yeah, it's still fucking still doing shit.
Yeah.
Still fucking going. Fucking props.
It was also props to Max von Sydow. I was looking at his shit too. I was like, oh, he passed away in 2018.
Yeah, 2018 still doing stuff.
Yeah, he's still doing stuff. And
Yeah.
the fucker was 90 years old.
Yeah, like it's like a month before he turned 91, he passed. But yeah, no, like Linda Blair too. Still been fucking working, been working for a long god-ass time.
Yeah, she's actually a couple years older than like, because we were saying like, oh yeah, I think my dad's the same age, but no, she's a couple years older. 1950. Yeah, 2 years. 2 years older. 1959.
No, she did amazing in this. Like she like. I mean, I can see. Actually, no, I can't see why people would think that she was actually possessed because I'm capable of rational thought.
Yeah.
But she did a really, really good job. So like
She did.
I can give her death threats for talent.
Yeah. Why are you so good?
Why are you so good? Why am I not that good? How dare you? Man, like I really enjoyed this movie, even though I mean, yeah, definitely like the age is shown, it being done in the 70s.
Yeah, and like all the other movies that have done The Exorcist, like I was thinking about The Rite, The Possession.
Yeah.
We were talking about that earlier, but I
recognize
was thinking
a
about
lot
it,
of shots.
thinking about it earlier or during the movie. I was like, yeah, no, like I don't know if I was in the right headspace to watch it, really. Which I've seen it a million times, but just for right now, like today, like I don't know if I was there really. Which is, it's still good. Like I love it, but it was one of those ones where it's like I don't know if I'm all the way invested in this one right now.
I get that. I don't know if I was in the right mindset. Actually, no, I don't know. I'm not sure what the right mindset would be because with how I approached it, I was just like, oh, this is... Honestly, I was just enjoying it as a movie. Like,
yeah. Like, I enjoyed it. It just... I don't know. I wasn't in the right headspace for a nice 70s slow burn.
Yeah, I was chomping at the bit a little bit. Like, a little early on, I kind of like had a brief moment of like, not, we're awake.
Yeah. Well, like I was checking my phone a lot during it too.
I was doing all I could to not check my phone. I'm like, no, just focus.
I know we're talking this movie up a lot right now.
Oh yeah, man, kept nodding off. Had to check my phone. Please see this. No, it really is it's a great watch and a good time.
It's a classic.
But I feel like being in a certain mindset would elevate it.
Yeah, being a little bit better mindset. I agree with that.
Still, though, thoroughly enjoyed it. It still took notes. Still, was really, really, really impressed. The effects I thought were really cool.
Yeah,
given at the time. I see why I won best sound, even though some of the ADR was
it's a little shaky.
While Linda Blair's thrashing about.
They just threw a microphone next to me in the morning when I'm hungover.
Or next to Linda Blair in the morning after shooting a scene in a nightgown in a refrigerated room so they could all have their fucking...
Yeah, that was one of the ones I was... actually reminded me, that was one of the ones I was going to bring up. Her bedroom's actually in a refrigerator.
It's actually in a refrigerator, and everyone's just like wearing what they're wearing their costumes, and she's just a 12-year-old girl in a nightgown. Freezing, but still holding incredibly still.
Yeah.
Like doing an amazing job, being very, very, very professional. Considering.
But no, the original book, one William Peter Blatty wrote, was Reagan was a boy.
Oh.
Yeah, and then they changed it for the movie script. I think it's a little bit more like Linda's more innocent. Like a little girl or teenage girl, preteen, 14-year-old girl is a lot more innocent than a.
Oh yeah, a 12-year-old girl versus 12-year-old boy, especially thinking with the 1970s frame of mind when it comes to gender roles and gender norms. Absolutely, you'd be a lot more sympathetic to a 12-year-old girl. By the time you have a 12-year-old boy in the 1970s, Boys will be boys.
He's just freaking. He's possessed. He's like,
He's just like, well, boys will be boys.
his dad's in Europe.
Yeah, his dad's in Europe. The psychology part of this was incredibly fascinating because I felt like it was a little like derisive and a little like psychology, because like the doctor is like, I mean, like even the most educated psychiatrist would look for like more physical things before start jumping right to mental illness.
Yeah.
Which was incredibly frustrating.
No, they did jump the gun pretty fast.
Yeah, like, and I guess maybe it might be mental illness, but we should check other stuff first. But then the priest comes in and is like, yeah, well, no, it's a good chance of it being mental illness. So I found that weirdly forward with Karas, but like, just I don't know. I found the doctor who like suggested an exorcism over mental health.
That was interesting.
It's like really
the doctor brings it up.
Yeah, the doctor's like, I mean, it could be like, but like most psychiatrists look for like physical signs and all that. But have you thought about an exorcism?
And he even suggests that like it's a form of placebo. Like,
yeah,
you know, like
I mean,
some people believe it works, and if
I
it
mean,
works, it works. You know, and then she's cured. But
she's cured,
you
and
know,
there you
it's all in her head.
It's all in her head. Whatever, just fucking being mentally ill.
Ooh. Yeah.
But then I did enjoy, you know, the priest coming in. They're like, yeah, no, I was like, yeah, we used to think it was exorcism until we learned about, you know, schizophrenia and bipolar. And it's like, oh, okay. So there's like some respect for mental illness, which I did appreciate. But just a doctor, and like, well, what about an exorcism?
Yeah. It's still that.
Hold on. Let me take a drag of my cigarette real quick.
Oh, yeah. Fucking all the doctors smoking. Lighting up the cigarette in the hospital.
You, as a single mom actress, has assembled this boardroom of doctors. Like
boardroom
of doctors. Have you heard of exorcisms? Yeah, more notes. Okay, so your daughter is sick, showing signs of stuff. You throw a party still? Bring all your friends over.
I mean, she's just sick. She's not like, maybe she's got a cold. She's having fever dreams. Yeah, like I get that.
Yeah, you just have
a little bit, but it is a little extra. It was like, how long were they planning that party? Though?
Yeah,
it's like now I'm playing devil's advocate.
Yeah,
like, well, I planned this party like yesterday, so and she's sick and she'll be fine.
It should pass.
Yeah.
We'll just lock her up in her room while we're all down here drunkenly singing very poorly to piano being played very mildly.
Yeah.
And then
she comes down and pisses on the floor.
She's been sick.
She's a little sick.
She's a little sick. It's like your daughter just came down, had a completely different voice, pissed on the rug, which really tied the room together.
Yeah.
And she comes in and she just comes down, interrupts your party, and pisses on your rug.
On her fucking rug.
On her fucking rug.
On her fucking rug, dude.
Somebody pissed on her rug? God damn it, Donnie. But then after that, so okay, party's over, party's done. They cut to the next time. Her daughter, like the bed starts violently shaking, and her go-to move is jump on the bed. Not take her off.
Yeah,
as long as I'm just gonna try to, if I just smother her a little bit, that ought to fix.
That'll do it.
But then again, I mean, who am I to judge? I don't have a kid. I don't know what I'd do if. I mean, after she rudely interrupted my party by pissing on the floor.
On the fucking rug.
On the fucking rug. My fucking rug. She pissed on my fucking rug.
That rug really tied the room together,
Really tied the room together. My fucking rug.
The actor that played Damien Karras, Jason Miller.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I heard like he's a drunk. Or he was a drunk. I think he's dead. Yeah, he did die. He died in 2001. But yeah, he was I think he was a drunkard.
So this is more evidence. This isn't actually a movie, just a director torturing people and one guy just happening to be drunk.
He just actually is drunk. Yeah, he's actually drinking.
He is just actually drinking, actually lost his mom, actually has a crisis of faith.
Yeah, and the scene where the other priest is helping him into his bed and taking his shoes off, that wasn't planned. They just
like, keep the camera rolling.
Yeah, all right, just roll it. We'll figure out where to put this.
He's passed out. We'll figure it out.
We got it.
Also, make sure to make a point of taking off his shoes. Okay, one thing I did. Okay, yeah, we talked about it briefly before. The sound or lack thereof.
Yeah. Like the classic Exorcist theme.
Oh, yeah.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Like it only plays like twice.
Yeah, like at the very end, and then like
Somewhere close to the beginning.
closest to the beginning, where like we kind of get to know, like introducing like Regan and them. You kind of get it like while she's walking down the.
Yeah.
It's such an iconic. Like even I'm aware of that fucking song, and I've never seen it before until today, and it's so iconic, and it's just so weird that it's used twice.
Yeah, like I remember it being played a lot more than that, but it's not.
No, it's just the 2 times, and it's done very well. Like the music they play is done very, very well, because there's no backing soundtrack whatsoever.
Not really.
Throughout this entire thing.
And there's like some tones, like maybe like some infrasound or something, but that's really it.
That's about it. For the most part, it's a very quiet movie.
It is. I had to turn the fucking like halfway through, like when we got to the Exorcist, I was like, I gotta turn this shit up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you did, because I was like about to ask for subtitles.
Yeah.
It is so quiet.
No, it doesn't help that HBO or no plugs. But it doesn't help like that app is naturally quiet for whatever reason. I don't know why, but
probably to turn you on to something else. But yeah, still, but the quietness played really well. I mean, really, I think that's what added to the spooky. Even though, yeah, like I said, like we talked about earlier, not necessarily in the right mindset for enjoying a slow burn 70s horror.
Yeah, I think it, like the ambience definitely plays into it, like just that quiet, that slow, like stillness, like it really does.
Like it's also like it's an unnatural quiet because it's in Washington D.C. So like even in the 1970s, like a lot of outside sounds going on, a lot of things happening in Washington D.C. It's a fairly large city, but everything is just so quiet. So like you have to pay attention to what they're talking about and what they're saying and what they're feeling, which really adds another level to what is the demon's name? Pazuzu. I
forgot how like there's so much dialogue in this movie too. Like there's a lot, and that's really cool. I fucking shout out to the actors for,
and they deliver incredibly well without any pause, without any like I bought a lot of these performances. Like they did really. So I guess talking about earlier with people being persuaded by this movie. I mean,
back into the faith. Like I get it. Like,
I mean, I guess because when they're like doing like the power of Christ compels you. Like you see, Karras's character like really trying to be into it and trying to buy into it.
Yeah.
And he does a really good job. Or maybe he was just on the sauce and incredibly unsure about his actual lines.
Yeah, he could have just been drunk. He was just following Max von Sydow.
Yeah, he's just like,
I probably have lines here, but I'm just gonna.
I'm just gonna say what this guy's saying. That seems right for about now. I think I'm gonna follow this guy.
Well, yeah, I was thinking about it during that scene. Like, holy shit! No, like the power of Christ compels you. That's so overused now.
Oh yeah.
But like that, thinking about that, like that's the first movie that had shit like that. So I was just thinking like, man, it's crazy to think how much it's overplayed now, but
yeah,
this was it.
Yeah, like just even noticing certain shots, like the corner of the stairs, like walking up the stairs and then kind of like working their way down the hallway. Maybe it's just my fucked up mind, but I feel like I've seen that a lot in a lot of like kind of scary movie shots where like there's always an upstairs and you kind of have like it's like a look into it as like they're slowly walking up unsuspecting, and then you turn, like the camera turns with you to see the actual like the fucked up scenario.
Yeah. Was I in the bathroom for I don't remember if it's cut or not, but Reagan walking down the stairs upside down, blood's coming out of her mouth.
No, that was not there. We didn't watch the director's cut apparently because I was waiting for.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the fucking ceiling scene.
Now it's a. But now it's a popular scene. But yeah. I didn't remember seeing it, but I know it's in my head.
Yeah, it was part of the extended director's cut, which apparently we did not watch on the not plugged Max.
Yeah. Well, unfortunate, but like.
But also it's been spoofed enough times to where I have a pretty good idea.
Yeah, exactly.
which I'm also guessing the director's cut would explain how the main priest died.
Oh, I don't think it does.
We're just, I mean, I guess that's in the book.
I mean, she kills him, but I don't.
Yeah, but like,
I don't know how.
because we start with him being like all like confident and strong, and like once again like doing the prayer and the sacrament on her and all that shit. And then it cuts down to a fucking homie, and then he comes upstairs and now he's dead and she's suddenly unbound.
Yeah, I kind of do like that though, as a just like we have no idea what happened, but he's fucking dead.
Oh, he is definitely dead.
And I was like
there was no question. Like,
oh shit.
Oh yeah, dude, dead.
He's supposed to come in and be this savior. Like it's fucking, dude. He's this world famous exorcist, and he comes in. He's like, all right, cool. Here's our guy. He's gonna fucking save the day, and then he's just killed off screen. I have no idea how, but he's just dead. So I do like that where it's just like, yeah, he's just fucking dead.
Oh, yeah, he's just fucking dead.
Oh, is that how we're doing it? Our savior's just fucking dead.
Yeah.
We don't even get to see him. He's just dead.
But is he the savior? Because he's so doddering at the beginning. Like very just like he. I feel like maybe I just need to read the book because there seems like a lot of things are like missed connection wise.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
When it comes to him doing a really piss poor job of scraping something out with the pickaxe. Like just the most just like blasé acting, like I'm gonna get it out, gonna get it.
There's also Exorcist, the Beginning and Dominion, which are the same movie but different, same but different, but still same. It's basically one movie with two different cuts, and one has reshoots, I think. But yeah, it's Stellan. Stellan plays Max von Sydow's character.
Stellan. We love Stellan.
Yeah, shout out to Stellan. But yeah, and it goes through. It was like the first time he meets Pazuzu and fights him. So it's like that whole thing, and so he's coming back and he's fighting him again, but he ends up getting killed, and there's that whole background with it, but yeah, I mean, not like being like super into the franchise or anything. That is kind of hard to come across.
Yeah, I mean, still appreciate it. Still like well done, built the suspense enough to have Karas come in and then be all like no, and then attack a child.
Yeah, fucking punches her. I forgot. I don't remember that at all.
Oh yeah, he just straight up is like
he just starts beating her ass.
It's like, all right, gloves are off. I was a boxer. Gloves are off.
Fucking starts bare knuckle boxing.
Spent 15 fucking minutes at the beginning of the goddamn movie about how this guy used to box.
Yeah, I used to box, and now I'm fucking punching a 14-year-old.
And now I deal with psychology and God. I'm gonna punch a 12-year-old because I'm pretty sure she broke this old dude's neck.
Probably, she probably broke it. I don't know.
I mean, necks seem to
be. Maybe he just died.
Necks seem to be Pazuzu's like MO. I mean,
yeah. The broken neck. Burke and
Burke. Was Burke the creepy? Not creepy, but just like the drunk.
Yeah, the
anti-Nazi guy.
Yeah,
who kept calling the Swedish guy fucking Nazi.
Yeah. I think that was Burke.
The effects really kind of blew my mind.
Yeah. They're like, really for the 70s. They're really fucking good.
For the 70s, really good, and also just like with the makeup alone, the subtle build up to like the full possession of Regan is really, really well done.
Like the slight little bits where like she, her lips start
her
slowly getting a little bit chapped, and then
there's like a few,
and like I was like it's in like not a montage, but like a really fast cut, but you start seeing all the scrapes on her face,
everything popping up and appearing from like really done until eventually you just go full possessed.
Yeah,
fucking Regan.
And even like when she's doing the crucifix scene, like she's a little bit bloody, a little cut up, but her teeth are all fucked up.
Yeah, the teeth were like a big tell, and that was that crucifix scene, dude.
I told you it goes fucking hard.
Yeah, it's like Okay.
I also forgot she shoves her mom's face in. It's like, lick me. I'm like, whoa. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. It's like, it read up on a few things, and it still is like, oh my God. Wow. Okay. Well, wow. In the 70s you went there?
Yeah.
Shit.
All right, what else?
Honestly, yeah, no, like I wish I would have had like more notes. I really was just enraptured with the movie once the exercising started happening. Just the build up to
It's so much build up, but
it's so much
that's
build-up.
that's
But the build up
classic-
is necessary.
Yeah.
It's also like that's classic cinema.
That's that classic old style
Yeah.
where it's a lot more build up and then and it's a very, very big uphill climb to the climax.
But it does give me a reason to care for these characters and what's going on. It really does.
The relationships between the characters work really, really well.
Really well. From what I could hear, because it's such a quiet movie.
Yeah.
But like, oh man, and I can't honestly. Yeah, I really couldn't get over the special effects, like the vomiting, which wasn't supposed to hit.
You feel like there was more to it, right?
Yeah.
It's just the one. Well, I mean, she hawks a fucking loogie in Max von Sydow's face, but other than that, like, there's only really the one vomit scene. But but that one's also played up a lot. Like you feel like there's a lot more of it. Maybe that's the Mandela effect, but
I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, possibly, but also like with how that was done, it wasn't supposed to hit Caruso in the face.
I remember reading up on that.
And so like that's like this is not an actual movie. This is just people being grossed out and hurt.
Yeah. This is just people being tortured
by a man called Hurricane Billy.
Hurricane Billy.
Oh, Hurricane Billy came on through. What happened? I got a bunch of loogies in the face.
Dude, imagine fucking JR saying he's on the announce table with the king. He's be like, "Who's coming down the ramp? Oh, it's Hurricane Billy. Hurricane Billy's coming to fight John Cena."
And you can't see him.
We are Goldie on this one. Any last final thoughts?
Final thoughts. My final thoughts. This was an incredibly well shot, scored, and acted movie that watching it now in 2023 is a bit of a detriment because I'm so used to fast fucking things and things happening.
Yeah, for sure. I felt that too.
Felt that, but still was able to actually appreciate the movie. It's honestly, I'm really glad I saw this. Looking like after watching it, I can totally understand why it wasn't even like an option growing up.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, oh yeah, there's no way in hell that my Mormon ass family is gonna have us watch The Exorcist.
Yeah,
like there's no way. Honestly, yeah, no, I really liked it. Minus like my few gripes and confuse. Like it was honestly compelling, and I'd like to dive more into the universe. Yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed it. This was a good time. This is a good time. Even if I wasn't in the right mindset for it, I think it's that good of a movie that even if you're not in the mood for a slow burn 70s horror movie, it's still well done.
Yeah, it's still got enough going for it to where it's like when the shit actually goes down, it grabs your fucking attention.
It really does. And it really does. Like
really
we said,
good.
like it's like what, like hour 20 to finally get to exercising, and then it's just like, oh no, I'm not.
Yeah, the climax is like sitting on the edge of your seat. You can't look away.
You're like, what the? Yeah. So yeah, no. Final thoughts. I love this movie. I get the fandom. I get the hype. This was really well done, and I'm glad to kind of scratch it off the list. It's like, oh, okay, now I understand so much more.
Yeah, finally.
But still an idiot, but I understand a bit more.
I rewatching again, it's still in my top 5. Like it is one of my favorite movies, and I am a little upset that I didn't watch it in the right mindset, but again, like I'm gonna watch it again in maybe a year or like in October.
Oh yeah, I could definitely revisit this in October. Like not even for like just for the pod, just like sit down and watch it. Like y'all ready to get scared?
Yeah. I was like, what?
We'll give it an hour. We'll give it an hour, and then
you want to throw on a comfort movie? Yeah. I was like, all right, cool. We'll throw on The Exorcist.
Yeah, throw on The Exorcist. Like we'll just have a casual conversation. Like it was, I really really like this movie. This was a good choice. This was a good time.
Yeah.
Like
hands down. If you haven't seen it.
Oh please go see.
It's in the it's set in the 70s.
Go watch The Exorcist. Go watch The Exorcist. Like it can't be. Well, the fact that people lost their minds in the theater then, and it's like
threw up and passed
threw up
out.
and passed out. It's like, guys, just wait. We're gonna have Saw coming out in about 40 years. You thought that was bad.
Y'all-
Wait till you see Hostel.
Yeah, y'all aren't even hardcore. Have you heard of a little film called a Serbian film? Dude, can you imagine if a Serbian film came out in the 70s? Jesus Christ.
Oh man, yeah, there's no way in hell that movie could have been greenlit at
No,
the time.
absolutely not.
No way. No way. So yeah, it's a
It does
70s.
not happen.
It's a 70s horror movie. I would say it's scary to a point.
It is scary. There's a lot
point.
of there's a lot of good stuff.
A lot
that
of good
sticks with
horror elements, and
Yeah.
like things I'll be thinking about for a while that will stick with me. So, but like also like it's pretty fucking tame compared to a lot of shit.
you. Yeah, nowadays, but it's still highly recommend. If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Yeah.
It's on a streaming platform.
It's on a streaming platform, or I don't know, just type in Exorcist. Watch.
Yeah, where to watch. Free play, no pirates.
No pirates.
No,
Arr.
I'm the only pirate around here.
That's right. He'd be plundering booty.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
All right. Thank you for listening. This has been Cole-astic Cinema, and we will see you next time.